Your daily habits and routines determine who you become and what you achieve in life. They're not just tasks on a to-do list, they shape your entire identity. And if you want to reach a goal or change a behavior, you have to audit the small things that you do on a daily basis. Every top performer, high-level athlete, or successful professional understands the power of having the right routines in place. Because when you create intentional routines, you build mental shortcuts that remove friction and help you follow through on the hard days. But it doesn't have to be complicated or perfect. Social media will show you the 5 a.m. alarm clocks and perfectly aesthetic morning routines, but I'm here to remind you that none of that is necessary. What truly matters is having your own core routines dialed in to support your current goals and priorities. In this video, I'm taking you behind the scenes of the top 3 core routines I rely on day in, day out. They help me stay focused, disciplined, and consistent, especially when motivation fades. Let's start with the first one, my morning routine. A morning routine is a simple set of steps you follow in the first hour or two after waking up to set the tone for the day. And honestly, it's one of the most important routines to tweak and refine. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you to drink lemon water and meditate for 43 minutes. My morning routine has changed a lot over the years. When I was working shifts, I didn't always have what you'd call a morning routine. But I did have an AM routine. Sometimes that meant waking up after a night shift, and other times it was early before a long day on the ward. But it doesn't matter what your schedule looks like. You still need some kind of routine that helps you set the tone for the day ahead. Now, you might be surprised by mine because it's not the typical influencer-styled aesthetic routine you often see online. But this is what's working for me right now. First off, I aim to wake up at the same time each day. Coming from a shift work background, I know that this isn't always possible for everyone, but if you can do it, even loosely, it helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle, improve your sleep quality, and makes mornings feel so much easier. Because of that, I actually haven't needed to use an alarm clock in years. Most mornings, I naturally wake up between 6 and 6:30 a.m. Second, hydrate. Before I even let myself have a coffee, I drink a big glass of water and hydrate before I caffeinate. You've just gone 7 to 9 hours without a single drop of fluid. Your body needs it. It's a small habit, but it makes a huge difference in how you feel mentally and physically. Next is my social media habit. During this time, I try to not use social media as much as possible. Not because I think it's toxic or bad, but because I don't want to start my day getting caught in the doom scroll. If I do have to post content, I try to schedule it the night before so I don't even need to open up the apps. And to be honest, when I skip this boundary, I really do feel it. My focus is scattered, I waste time, and I feel off all day. So my general rule is no social media or scrolling in the first hour at least. From there, I go straight into 1 hour of deep, uninterrupted work. I'm not going to go into my skincare routine or get ready for the day with me because that's pretty obvious. But from there, I grab my coffee, open my laptop, and dive into whatever creative or strategic project I'm working on. Some people recommend having boundaries around working early in the mornings, but honestly, this is when I feel the most productive, so I actually make the most of it. And it's my favorite time to work. No distractions, no noise, just focus. After that, I get moving. Right now, that's a walk around the block with Ollie, but it hasn't always looked like that. In other seasons, it's been a gym session, a run, or even just stretching. But morning movement is something I've had in place for years. It gets the blood flowing, clears my head, and helps me shift gears from work to the rest of the day. And lastly, I come home and have a solid breakfast. I aim for 20 to 30 grams of protein, plus 1 to 2 servings of fruit or veg. That little nutrition anchor sets me up to feel fueled and focused for the day ahead, and it helps me hit my protein, calories, and fiber target for the day. The second most important routine to plug in is your nighttime routine. Most people think a good day starts with a solid morning routine, but it doesn't. A good day actually starts the night before with what you do or don't do before your head hits the pillow. Sleep is something that I've been absolutely obsessed with in the past. As a nurse and a midwife working rotating shifts, I used to do a full week of night shift every single month. And during that time, I unfortunately developed something called sleep anxiety, which is basically physical anxiety around not falling asleep. Not only do you have the mental worry, but you also experience the physical symptoms of anxiety. It was a really tricky period for me as I'd never really experienced mental health concerns like that before. before. So I went deep into the world of mindfulness and biohacking. I tried everything I could to optimize my sleep so I didn't have to rely on medication. And what I learned through that process was how important your nighttime routine actually is. It taught me how to manage my fitness around shift work, the science behind sleep hygiene, and what really matters when it comes to sleep. So here are my 3 habits that I still use today in my nighttime routine that have had the biggest impact on me. Firstly, your bedtime. Just like your wake up time, your body loves rhythm. So if you can go to bed at around the same time each night, even within a 1-hour window, your body will start to recognize it and you'll naturally start to wind down and fall asleep faster. For me, my bedtime is around 9 p.m. and I don't think about it much anymore at all. My body just knows it's time to go to bed. Screens off 1 hour before bed. You've probably heard it before, but seriously, put your phone away at least 1 hour before bed. This one is so underrated. I know so many people struggle with this one, but every time you look at your phone, laptop, or TV, you're being exposed to blue light, which suppresses the hormone that helps you fall asleep called melatonin. To remove the temptation, I charge my phone in the bathroom. Out of sight, out of mind. And if I need an alarm, I either use a real clock or I plug in my phone on the opposite side of the bedroom. Next is something for the mind. You see, most of us aren't physically tired, we're mentally exhausted. So just like cooling down after a workout, your brain needs to cool down after a big day and unwind, which is why I do about 15 to 20 minutes of mindfulness each night. That could be reading, journaling, or even just chatting with Luke. The only rule I have is that it can't be about work or a stressful problem. Outside of these habits, there's a few others that I anchor to as well. I also take a hot shower right before bed to help signal to my body that it's time to wind down. I always sleep with the aircon on to keep the room nice and cool. And yes, I even wear those goofy blue light blocking glasses. They're definitely not cute, but I swear, I fall asleep so much faster when I'm wearing them. Your nighttime routine really doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to help your body and mind switch off. Because when you fall asleep better, everything in your life improves. The third and final routine I want to walk you through is my weekly reset. This is one that most people overlook, but honestly, it's a game changer. Because even with a solid morning and nighttime routine in place, life can still feel chaotic if you don't zoom out and look ahead, which is exactly what this routine is all about. It gives you the space to pause, reset your environment, and prep for the week ahead so you're not constantly playing catch up. I usually do this on a Sunday, but you can pick whatever day fits in with your schedule. The key is just to make it consistent. First things first, I reset my environment, both physically and mentally. This usually looks like cleaning up the house, clearing my office space, doing all the washing, organizing my outfits for the week, stocking the fridge and pantry, and even ticking off any life admin tasks that just need to be done. All of this usually takes me a few hours. But if I don't do this, I pay the price by spending double the amount of time playing catch up across the week. It's all about creating a clean, calm space so I can step into the new week without chaos hanging over me. Next, I spend at least 30 minutes reviewing my calendar and tasks. I time block everything from work, travel, appointments, workouts, and downtime. That way my schedule is accurate, realistic, and it actually works in with my life. I personally do this using a Google Calendar, and honestly, I am quite obsessed with it. It's one of the biggest life hacks for me that I've been doing for many years now. I have both a personal and a professional calendar, so I can clearly see and prioritize all areas that truly matter to me. And finally, I set up my nutrition and training for the week ahead. That means prepping lunches, stocking the house with healthy snacks, writing out our dinners for the week on the fridge, and adding my workouts into my calendar. I also usually aim to get my Monday workout done on a Sunday because it makes me feel like I'm ahead for the week. So those are my 3 routines that help me stay disciplined, focused, and consistent, even when motivation fades. They're not complicated, they're not perfect, but they work. So if you don't have these 3 routines dialed in yet, I want to leave you with a few simple prompts for you to ask yourself. What's the most realistic and beneficial morning routine I can start right now? What's one small habit I can add to my nighttime routine to help me unwind? And when will I commit to doing a weekly reset to get organised and take control for the week ahead. It's so easy to let your own health slip when work is busy or life throws a curveball. But that's exactly why we need to build structure around these routines and shape them to fit our season of life. Because when your routines are dialed in, you don't need to rely on discipline or willpower. It just becomes who you are.